You might have noticed that podcasts are popping up everywhere, and you probably clicked on this video because you are ready to get into the game. Now, whether you want to do a passion project or you want to make serious income with your podcast, this video is going to give you 10 tips for new podcasters. And stick around to the end because I have a bonus tip that you do not want to miss.
You gotta just press record.
Now, this video is in partnership with Buzzsprout. I'll tell you more about them later on in the video, but tip number 1 is to actually have a podcast workflow, like script out your podcast. This will make it more professional. It'll allow your listeners to walk through it like a story as you're going through your podcast, and it will help your listeners go from the beginning to the end. Now, Buzzsprout has actually provided a great blog post about this, and you can get that down in the description box below. You can print out 8 different types of scripts and workflows to help you make your podcast better. Tip number 2 is probably the most important when it comes to doing a podcast, and that is making sure that you have good audio. Please invest in some type of microphone. It could be as simple as a $20 lavalier microphone or a USB microphone that you can plug right into your computer, or you can upgrade to a microphone that will give you that professional podcasting sound. But audio matters when it comes to podcasting. Tip number 3 is to record in a room with a lot of soft fabric. So if you're in a room with hard tile or hardwood floors, echoing sound because there's nothing else in the room, that's not gonna sound great for your podcast. So you can use pillows and blankets in a carpeted room. You wanna have more fabrics in the room to help to soundproof what you're doing. So make sure you're setting yourself up for success by making sure your podcast is recorded in a great space. Tip number 4 is you want to make sure that you do an audio and a video test. Now, we recommend here at Think Media that you start a video podcast along with your audio podcast, and you can check out previous videos in this podcasting series where we break down what are the differences, how do you do that. But in this tip, you want to make sure you do a test. I have fallen victim to this so many times by actually recording a full video or a podcast only to find out that either my video camera died, the battery stopped working, the memory card was full, or that my microphone wasn't even plugged in. Don't fall victim to this. Always do a test. This will help you hear how you sound. Maybe you need to adjust the room that you're in or adjust the lighting of your camera or the messiness in the background. This is such a critical piece because you can't go back. You got to redo the whole thing. So always make sure you do an audio and a video test. Tip number 5 to make podcasting so easy is to use a dedicated hosting space. Now, what a hosting space does is it allows you to be able to distribute your podcast to all of the places that people listen to podcasts. It makes it very easy with a one-click upload. And there's so many ways that you can manage your podcast with a hosting site. We love to use Buzzsprout, and this video is brought to you by Buzzsprout. And I love Buzzsprout because you can manage your podcast to all of the directories. They also have free plans as well as paid monthly plans, and there's ways you can integrate to also make money with your podcast. So if you're not a dabbler and you want to dominate podcasts this year, you want to figure out what are the ways that you can make money through your podcast. Buzzsprout already has ways connected with other brands that you can go into and apply to be a partner with. So you can get all the information about Buzzsprout down in the description below. Tip number 6 is to record in chunks. Now, as I'm even making this video here, between every single tip, I'm stopping, I'm looking at my notes, I'm coming back, I'm smiling at the camera, and in this edited form, you're seeing the entire video. So always make sure you do an audio and a video test. Tip number 5 to make but you want to make sure that you're actually going through your podcast in chunks. Everything that you want to sound nicely in post can happen in the editing phase. So you don't need to go from beginning to end. If you have ums or mistakes, or you want to complete your sentences even more, you can do that by actually going through your podcast in segments rather than going from start to finish on your podcast. Tip number 7 is to get personal. I mean, think about this. So if someone is going to click on your podcast, they're probably listening to it in the car, on the way to work, at the gym, while they're doing the dishes. It's you and the listener. So use the podcast as an opportunity to get more personal, to go deeper in the conversation. What I love so much about podcasting is that it can be long form content. It can be a secondary thing that someone is doing and taking in your information. So use your podcast to go deeper. Here at Think Media, we have the Think Media podcast. And I love it because it's a place where rather than just talking about the different tips like I'm doing here, I can go deeper into my backstory. I can go deeper into my values. I can go deeper into the things I'm passionate about. And that it's just a different type of listening that your audience will go through. So I'm going to encourage you to peel back a couple layers, to share a little bit about the story, and to go a little deeper and get personal on your podcast. Tip number 8 is to use your podcast as a marketing machine. Now, you can promote anything you would like on your own podcast. You can partner with other brands and they can pay you to be on your show. You can promote other videos or other things you're doing inside of your business. On our podcast, we love to use it to tell people about free YouTube classes that we have, free challenges that we're offering, our online conference Grow with Video Live, and we insert these types of ads or these types of promotions throughout the podcast. So think about your podcast as another place, another touch point that you can reach your audience. So what can you promote on your podcast when you get started? Tip number 9 is to make your podcast searchable. This matters so much when it comes to how you're titling your different podcast episodes. Think about this. Someone has a problem, they go to Google, they go to YouTube, and they're typing in that problem. How do I get my kids to sleep? How do I change careers after 50? How do I fill in the blank? If you're titling your podcast episode correctly, you're actually able to reach people when they have a problem. Now, if you're just titling your podcast, Chat With Me number 143, that's not going to be a searchable based podcast. And it actually doesn't allow your audience to even know what the topic is. Now, I'm not against things like Q&As or Let's Chats, but I am against all of your podcasts with the same title. So I'm going to challenge you to learn about SEO. You can learn that here at Think Media through how to search on YouTube. We talk about answering specific questions, how to actually create titles on your videos and in your podcast. But it's so important that each one of your episodes is dialed in with a topic and a great title, because that's going to entice people to want to click through and listen to your podcast. And tip number 10 is to be yourself. Sometimes it can be overwhelming when you get started on something new, and you may want to talk differently or act differently, but I really want to encourage you to just be you. Some of my favorite podcasts to listen to are the ones where people are just real. They say, they mess up, they forget what they're saying, and they keep going. I mean, real podcasts, just being yourself, just you talking into the camera, you talking into the microphone. It's so important that you are you. Don't try and be anyone else. You are uniquely you. And I want to encourage you that when you start this podcast this year, or if you're picking that podcast back up while it's been dormant for a little while, that it's time to step out and just be you online. Now, question of the day is, what podcast are you starting? Let me know in the comment section below, but I did say there was going to be a bonus tip on this video. And the bonus tip is batch produce your content. What does this mean? It means don't record one podcast at a time. Record 2 podcasts or 3 podcasts or 4 podcasts at a time. I'm telling you from experience, it will help you so much because life happens. The kids get sick, you need to go on vacation, So you want to make sure that you have episodes in the can. I'm going to challenge you. Get ahead when it comes to podcasting. So the next time you sit down to write 1 script, write 2 scripts, write 3 scripts. When you're going to interview, try and set up 2 interviews or 3 interviews, or break one interview into 2 different segments. There's so many ways that you can batch produce your content, but so many creators get behind because they're just living week to week to week. So batch produce your content. Now, if you are just at the beginning stages of podcasting and you want to figure out how to set up your podcast, what should you be recording, how to make your cover art, or anything related to podcasting, I'm doing an entire series here on Think Media to help you get started. So you can click or tap the screen right now to go to the next video, or click or tap the screen to watch the entire series on Think Media about starting your podcast this year.